Hello there. This is Cheryl Lentz, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, talking to you on Follow-Up Friday. We're at 2:02. Sorry. Well, maybe it's 2 o'clock somewhere else. My watch could be different or could be wrong. So anyhow, I am going to make a sweet little Valentine's card with you today. So I'll wait and see if some more people come on. I'm using a set from Ridiculously Awesome, which is a set from one of the $1 Million Achievers. And I just totally love this set. We actually had picked this set to go with our in color for this year. So it's a fun set with some great verses. And then an older set called Meant to Be, which has matching framelets. And it's in the annual catalog, so it's not that it's retired, but it's just not one of the brand new ones. I've been making a lot of Valentines with, you know, the newer sets, and I decided that we're going to pull out and kind of combine some different things and make a very simple Valentine card. In saying that, I'm going to be using our foam adhesive sheets and our regular adhesive sheets. So I will turn the camera around. The other thing I have to apologize is on Tuesday, I told you I was going to show you the snail designer paper, the Snailed It designer paper, and I forgot. I was so excited about that card. I forgot. My hair is terrible today. So I am going to turn the camera on. I'm going to just start out with that. I will show you that adorable paper. It just happens that on this card, I'm using a little scrap of that paper. This card kind of happened with pieces that were left on my desk. And so a lot of times when I get a lot of extra little pieces kind of laying around, I try to figure out what to do with them. So this is what I came up with. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you the Snailed It, and then we're going to start making a cute little Valentine. So here we go. Turning it around. If you're there, remember when I have it turned around, I cannot see that you're chatting with me. So please chat with me. And I can answer later. Here we go. Follow-Up Friday. So say hey. Say hey, let me know you're here. All right. Here is the super cute paper, Snailed It paper. So this is like little postage stamps. And look at how adorable. Bright, cheerful, fun. Here's some cute little mushrooms. Again, it's like big, fun prints. And then this is little tiny hearts. So cute. Here we go. Now this one I think would be perfect. If you want to stamp directly on your designer paper, how perfect, because you have all these lines you can line up with. It's really cute. Stitching. And here's some cute little, some more little snails. And this one too, if you're using it as a border, I mean, it's just perfect. You can cut in between and use that as a little border. Fun paper. This little guy will cut out with the die. So you have quite a few of them. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of these cute little snails that you can just cut out from the paper. And then, you know, you could cut out the other little ones by hand, but that one will cut out, which is really a nice feature. This is the paper that we're using today, kind of scribble. I'm using that in one of my hearts. Here's the one I talked about, the hello, bonjour. So cute, and there's a die that will cut that out. And some more cute little mushrooms. So this is the one that the card I showed you on Tuesday, I kind of mimicked the mushrooms that were on here when I colored the stamp that matches this. And here's this big wonderful, these big wonderful snails here. So adorable. And this beautiful Bermuda Bay kind of little stitching. It has like little stitching on it. So much fun. Love that paper. Love it. Okay. Here's the card we're going to make today. So this was from little scraps. I had scraps of this left from the Snailed It. I had I had these hearts left over from a Valentine's card that I had already designed. And I thought it really went well with this kind of antique-y lace ribbon that we have. And so that's, ta-da. And I used another little piece inside, which I might have forgot to cut that little piece. I'll have to go back and get a piece for that, for my card that I'm making today. But we're going to use our adhesive sheets. So I have the foam adhesive sheets, and I have these adhesive sheets. So the foam ones, these are both on page 162 of the annual catalog. This has 6 sheets in it. They are a little bigger than, I'm not sure here. I think it's like 4.5 by 4.5, a little bit bigger than that, for $8. These adhesive sheets are 6 by 12. You get 12 sheets for $10, such a deal. And they make your life much easier. So I'm going to show you, we're going to use those. So first of all, I'm going to cut out, here's the stamp sets I'm using again. So Meant to Be and Ridiculously Awesome. We're using this P.S. I Love You on here. And then the dies. So there's more dies here. They're using them to cut for the Valentine's class that's coming up. So I'm going to move this off to the side. Okay, so here is my adhesive sheet, the plain adhesive sheet. So what you do to put this on your cardstock, I have my cardstock cut just slightly larger, just because I didn't want it hanging over. Then if it does hang over and it's sticky, you don't want to use that on your cut and embossing machine. So I would powder it with our little thing. So here it's cut in strips. So all I'm doing is pulling off this sheet. Here we go. We're going opposite here. This one is going opposite for me. Okay. Let's see here. I'm pulling off the sheet, and I'm just going to adhere it to, this one is going opposite for me, but I'm just going to adhere this right here. There we go. And then I'm going to pull this one off and put it right next to it. Come on, there we go. Okay. All right, so just like that, and it will make a sticker out of it. So I'm going to take my die, this die here, and I'm going to cut this out. So what that's going to give me is this outline. This is actually a 2-piece die. It cuts out the heart and it cuts out a border. So that's going to give me this border, which those pieces are it's got stitching on it and it's so small, so it's hard to put your adhesive on it, the green glue, which I use all the time. And then I'm gonna, I'll have to use the heart on something else because I have that heart popped up. So this heart here is popped up, and I already cut that out of the foam. But what I'm gonna cut out, I'm gonna show you how to attach the foam, and then we're going to cut out this thin, narrow border out of this. So here's my foam sheet. So again, you just pull the backing off, like this, and it's sticky. Okay. So I'm just going to put that down. I find it easier to put that down and then match this up with it here. So just like that. Ta-da. Okay, now we're going to cut both of those out. I'm going to bring over my machine. Look at, I even put shiny new plates on. Hello, Jean. Shiny new plates on here today. So here we go. I'm going to cut out just the plain adhesive sheet first. Where's my, here it is. So this goes on here like that. And now this has a sticker on it, right? It makes it a sticker in the back. So if you have your little scrap piece and you cut it out and center it, that outside you can use on something else. So kind of keep that in mind. You know, I'm all about using all the little scraps and things. There we go. Okay. Now that cut out my heart. Move that over there. Here's the little heart that it cut out. And then you can see the white in there. So that is the border that I'm looking for. So I'm going to take my pickup tool and just push. The die has little holes here. And you just push that out. Ta-da! Now I have my border, and it's made into a sticker. So I'm going to put that off to the side. And then I'm going to use the same die for my foam sheet. So here's my foam sheet. I'm going to put it down here, and I'm going to run it through exactly the same way. So this just goes on here. Whoops, come on, keep it straight. There we go. And I'm just going to roll that back the opposite direction. And this one's a little thicker, so I'm going to come back towards, again, here. There we go. Okay. Ta-da. Now I'll pull this off of here. Easier said than done. No, it's easy. Okay, let's get this out of the way. There we go. Get my paper straight again. Hello, Mary. Hello, hello. All right, so I have both of them cut, and that's with the foam sheet. So you just cut it through like regular. Pull it out here. I'm going to push this out, and then I want to keep that sticky on there for right now. But I am going to take my pickup tool, I put over here, and just push through on these little holes of the die. And there we go. Now I've got a sticker, and it's all popped up. Now in the olden days, what I did, before we had these nice foam sheets, is I would take this piece and I would put it next to the heart that I want to do it, and I would put dimensionals so that it would go right along this edge, so that the dimensionals would hold those two pieces together. But in this case, I have the foam, so I don't even need to do that. That's already with the adhesive. So I'm going to end up with a couple of extra pieces that I will use on a different project. Alrighty, so here we go. Here's my pieces. So here's my one frame. Here's my designer paper. And then here, this one I cut through earlier with the foam sheet because I needed this heart popped up. So I'm going to pull this border off. I'll use that on a different project. And then this one is going to go together. The heart and the border will go together on the card. And I don't have to use dimensionals because I have it already popped up. So here's my cardstock. I used vanilla. I thought it gave it the very vanilla, kind of a softer look. More of a kind of like a Victorian sort of coloring with the Blushing Bride and the Cherry Cobbler. So I'm using Cherry Cobbler ink. Here's my P.S. I Love You. I think that's so cute, and I think there's a good movie that's called that. I think there's a movie named P.S. I Love You. Here we go. So I'm just going to line this up. I have my sheet lined up on my grid, and I'm going to try to kind of center that pretty much. There we go. Oh boy, look what I did. I pressed too hard. We're going to flip it over. Special double-sided paper. I pushed too hard and I got the edge of my, and I just re-inked this pad so it was nice and juicy here. So see, it happens. It happens. There we go. Ta-da. Okay. So that's the front of the card. And then we're going to put on our little sheets. So first I'm going to glue my designer paper down. And here we go. I'm going to put that in the corner, knowing that I'm going to put this layer around it, the frame around it. But that one is just flat. So here, this one has my sticker on it. So I'm just going to pull the sticker off, the paper sheet on the back. That way you're not messing with all that, the green glue. And it does kind of come through when you have a stitched die like this. the glue will kind of ooze through. So there we go. This works out much better. All right, now I'm just going to layer this over the top. There. Push it down. There. Ta-da. And that's glued on just like that. Perfect. All right, so now I have these two pieces, and I'm going to start out this time with the frame. I'm going to put it on just like this. This has the foam sheet, so I'm going to pull the backing off, put this in place where I want it, and what I'm looking at is the border from edge to edge to kind of match that up. There we go. Oh, that's and then I have my heart with the foam sheet also, foam adhesive sheet, and that's just going to pop right inside here. Ta-da! Ta-da! Much easier than messing with all the little, with the dimensionals and that kind of stuff. So that part is done. Now, this came with a little intricate die, and I cut this out again using the foam, the adhesive sheets, so that I don't have to mess with glue on this little tiny skinny piece. But what I did is I colored it because this is Blushing Bride, and remember we don't have a Blushing Bride blend, so I'm using the Blushing Bride marker, and I'm going to color in my roses here right over the top of my Very Vanilla. Kind of color it in. Whoops. There we go. I'm just going over the edge just a little bit where it comes up by the leaves. There. And if the color is, you know, it's not like a solid color, that's okay. I would go over it in some areas a little bit darker. You know how it gets darker to light? You want that color variation. I think that looks good. And here's my little flower on the edge here. Another rose. So I'm just going to color that in. Kind of following the outline here with my marker. Ta-da! Just like that. So you get that light and dark. Looks good. On my sample, I used the light shaded spruce. On this one, I thought I'm going to try it with the darker. So here we go. Dark shaded spruce blend, because this time I do have a blend to use. So I'm going to use that for my greenery here. I just wanted it a little bit darker. So I just keep kind of flipping it around. There we go. And this little leaf here. There. So pretty easy just to color in that little tiny bit. And I think it gives it a little more pizzazz than having it just the vanilla color. And it's easy enough to do. There we go. Ta-da. Ta-da, ta-da. There we go. All right. Now, because I did the sticker on the back, all I have to do is get that pulled up, the little paper on the back, and pull that out there. And then this is going to go right here on my heart. Ta-da! Looks sort of Victorian. Can I have the bow tie? Do I have it here? Or do you have it? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So here is my, I love this lacy scalloped lace trim. And that's what I used because I thought it looked sort of antique-y. Kind of gives it a little antique look. So I just tied it with my bow tire here. And I was making sure that when I come around and I pull it through, I have the top of the lace, the flat edge, in the same spot. So towards the top, just like that. Ta-da. All right, let's cut this off. There. And here. Ta-da. Ta-da. All right. I'm going to put that on here with the glue dot, which is behind my pile of, here it is, my stack of Diet Cokes. You can never have too much Diet Coke. Here we go. So, and I'm putting the scallop down and the flat edge towards my heart here. And I just put it right like that. Ta-da. Okay. That's going to go on a cherry cobbler backing. Now normally, you know, I would cut things out of this backing that's going to go on the front, but because I added adhesive sheets and foam sheets, I didn't do that today. We're gonna cover up our little mistake here. Nobody will ever know. There we go. Put this on. Very simple card, but makes it easier if you're going to do a bunch of them to use the foam sheets and the adhesive sheets. You don't have to mess with all that stickiness and the glue, worrying about that. I did put it on the thick white, or thick very vanilla base. So let's do this. I just got this new green glue on Tuesday, so I'm still working with that one. Here we go. Ta-da. And then the inside, let's see here. I cut a piece of designer paper for the inside and I forgot to do it. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to set that off to the side. Get my cutter here. Get my cutter in place. And pull up my paper. So I need it to be 5 inches. Here's one. Let me see if I have a scrap. Let's see if this scrap is, I try to use up my scraps here. And that one is just 5 inches. Ta-da. I think that'll work. We're going to cut a 1/2 inch off of here. Just gives it a little pizzazz for the inside of your card. I think it looks nice. There we go. Okay. Here's the card, the inside. Now before I glue it on, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the verse on, but I'm going to hold this in place so I know to offset my stamp here. This is from the Meant to Be stamp set. It is in the annual catalog. And that one has a nice happy Valentine's Day. So let's see, make sure I have it. Try to get this straight. Ta-da. There we go. Okay. Glue it together. And away we go. I'm going to put this down here because I'm going to check that edge and make sure I get this on correctly. So a little bit of glue right down the center here. And I'm just going to match up the edges here. There we go. Just like that. There. Ta-da. Okay. Glue this on. We are almost done. Lickety split. Okay. There. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. I'm going to put this in the inside of my card base. There we go. There. All right. Just like that. Very simple. So it needed a little bit something extra, which is what I did over here, my little pearls. So I just thought one little touch, because it looks a little plain. So we are just going to do my little pearls here. Let's see. I have them all cut up, and you can tell, depending on what we're doing with them, what size I'm grabbing out here. And I did, I think, the little medium ones. So I'm going to pull these out. This is good. Use my pickup tool. And here we go. 1, 2, whoopsie daisy, 2, 3. Get that on the end here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. There. Ta-da! There we go. There's our super simple Valentine's Day card using the old and new. All current, but old and new, but very simple. So, there you go. I'm going to turn the camera around. Let's see here. Turn the camera around. Coming back at ya. Hello, Patty. All right. Ta-da! So that's what I did today. I've been playing with the Valentine Day cards, all the different ones. We have a class coming up on Wednesday. So I had some kid cards and some adult cards, and I thought this was kind of pretty with just my leftovers. So hope you enjoyed that. If there's any questions, you can look on the website, the blog. I will have some more information. Soon I will be coming out with Wednesday live with the monkey cut kits. So if you need an explanation of those, if you go to stampingjourney.com, I have every kit that is currently available on the website with everything listed out and drawn out so you can, pictures taken so you can see exactly what comes with that. The girls I had lots of things coming in. 3 huge boxes came in from Open House, so we're getting all those kits together for everybody. We are, not me. The girls are working hard, getting everything ready. So I think that's it. Oh, good. Oh, Patty, you just got yours done too. I know. There's so many pretty sets. I had a lot of fun kind of playing with it all. So, alrighty. Y'all have a great weekend. We will see you on Tuesday. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on Tuesday. If you have a request, let me know. Have a great weekend. Have a fish fry. It's going to snow here again, so stay safe, everybody. And we will talk with you on Tuesday. Bye-bye.